Hello everybody and welcome to the Online Sociologist. My name is Ryan. I want to begin this video by looking at the article entitled Identity and Emergency Intervention by Mark Levine and colleagues. This article was published in the April 2005 edition of the journal Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin. The article focuses on two related experiments that use young, male, Manchester United English football or soccer fans as its participants. Manchester United is an extremely popular football team that the researchers liken to the New York Yankees baseball team located in the US. Furthermore, the researchers note that Manchester United has an intense rivalry with another English football team, the Liverpool Football Club. Each of the two experiments carried out by the researchers consists of a choreographed accident involving an actor who trips and falls in front of the participants who are walking from one building where they were filling out a questionnaire to another building where they're going to watch a video. The actor in each experiment is wearing one of three shirts. The first of these shirts is a Manchester United shirt. The second is a Liverpool Football Club shirt. And the third shirt is a plain, undesignated sports shirt. The purpose of each experiment is to measure the participants' reaction, who are Manchester United fans, to the fallen passerby and whether or not those fans offer to help them. Now, the only difference between these two experiments is in the section of the experiment where the participants are filling out the questionnaire. In the first experiment, the researchers developed questions that hone in on the loyalty the fans have to their sports team while also highlighting those sports team rivalries. In the second experiment, the researchers create questions that focus on the positive aspect of English football as a whole and don't highlight on particular team loyalties. The results of each experiment are illuminating. In the first experiment, we get the following results. 12 of the participants offered help to the fallen actor with the Manchester United jersey, and only one did not. Now, if the actor wore a Liverpool jersey, only 3 of the Manchester United fans offered help, while 7 didn't help. If the actor wore a plain shirt, 8 of the Manchester United fans offered no support, while 4 assisted. Now, in the second experiment, there are much different results. 8 of the participants offered help to the actor wearing the Manchester United jersey, and only 2 didn't. These numbers were extremely similar if the actor wore a Liverpool jersey, with 7 helping and 3 not helping. However, if the actor wore a plain jersey, 7 of the actors did not help, and 2 offered help. This study highlights a lot about the shifting nature of the boundaries of different social categories and the nature of social groups and the identities that make them up. Therefore, in the rest of this video, I want to delve deeper into the different forms of social groups to define what they mean and see how they can be applied, particularly in the context of this experiment. But before getting into this, I want to invite you to like and subscribe to the Online Sociologist if you want to see more content related to the world of sociology and how it can be applied not only in the classroom, but in your everyday lives. To start this analysis, I need to better define what a social group is. On the base level, a social group is simply a collection of individual people who regularly interact with each other and form social relationships. The early 20th century sociologist Charles Horton Cooley classified social groups in 2 ways. These were primary groups and secondary groups. Primary groups are generally smaller groups and defined through tight social bonds and face-to-face interaction. To make this more concrete, think of your family, your community's religious organization, or even your close family friends. Secondary groups are usually larger, and their members don't always have to interact with one another, but they have typically some sort of common identity and shared expectations. This can describe everything from nationalities to religious identities to being the fans of particular sports teams like the English football team Manchester United. Social groups aren't only distinguished between primary and secondary, but also in-groups and out-groups. In-groups can be defined as a social group to which one feels that they belong. Or in other words, its members feel a particular loyalty and respect towards the group and the individuals within it. An out-group, by contrast, is a group in which one feels antagonism towards. In the first experiment, where the researchers focused on team loyalty, the Manchester United fans in the experiment became more primed to identify with and help the fallen actor wearing the Manchester United shirt as they identified that person to be part of their in-group. This wasn't the same when the actor was wearing the shirt of their team rival, the Liverpool Football Club. Instead, those Manchester United fans may have felt animosity or antagonism towards that person, thus not wanting to help them, as that person was seen as part of their outgroup. There are two important things to note here. First, in-groups and out-groups are shaped by the perspectives of those within the in-group. If the participants of the study were Liverpool fans, they would be more likely to help the actor in the Liverpool shirt, as they would perceive them as part of their in-group. Second, the loyalty one feels towards their in-group isn't created inside a vacuum, meaning it isn't created just within the group themselves. Instead, those in-groups feelings are created through interactions, both real and perceived, between the in-group and the out-group. To put it another way, one's in-group loyalties are based on how much antagonism they feel towards those outside groups. In-groups are the yin to the out-group yang. They feed off each other. One way to look at this in terms of popular culture and in a highly symbolic and individualistic sense is through the 2008 film The Dark Knight, particularly the scene where Batman is interrogating the Joker. Batman asks the Joker, "So, why do you want to kill me?" And the Joker laughingly responds, and here I paraphrase, "I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? You complete me." In-group and out-group allegiances are extremely important when looking at the interplay and dynamics between social groups, especially when those groups are in dichotomous relationships. Such relationships can be over anything, whether it's a political party, religious affiliation, or even a sports team. However, the dichotomy arises when members of different spheres see each other in terms of insider or outsider, us or them. Or we could even look at it more historically in the context of colonization, such as the civilized and the barbarian. What is interesting in Levine and colleagues' study is that while the relationship and animosity between in-groups and out-groups can be strong, it can be shaped in different ways. In the first experiment, the researchers used a questionnaire to strengthen in-group and out-group antagonism by highlighting team loyalties and rivalries. In the second experiment, however, the researchers created questions to shift the emphasis from team loyalties to the positive aspect of football as a whole. In this experiment, we saw Manchester United fans helping not only those perceived as other Manchester United fans, but Liverpool fans as well. In other words, one's perception of their own in-group and out-groups can change based on one's social context as well as the nudging of other social actors and institutions. So, to conclude, in this video we looked at and defined social groups, primary groups, secondary groups, in-groups, and out-groups through the lens of Levine and colleagues' 2005 study on Manchester United football fans. We concentrated on how these different groups are formed and the impact those formations can have on one another. That said, we also learned that those group formations are not set in stone, but malleable, especially as it pertains to different social contexts. So, let me know what you think of this video in the comments below, and if I missed anything. I want to thank you all for watching this video, and make sure to like and subscribe for more content related to the world of sociology, and how it can be used not only in the classroom, but in your everyday lives. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.